Hey beauties, this your girl A Plus Blonde. Welcome back to the A Plus Show. And today I am just coming to tell you a little about me. Well, I wanted to do a video, and I'm trying not to make this too long, about being a professional and having tattoos. So as I was, entering into my profession, and I'm going to remain silent about what that is, it's a lot of, you hear, you can't do this, that's unacceptable, that's inappropriate, so forth, so forth, so forth. And I have a hard time with not being able to be me. Like over the years, over my life, I feel like I've suppressed who I am for the sake of, going to college, obtaining multiple degrees and, things like that. Just trying to position myself in the way that people said that you should go. And so the older I get and the more I know myself and I love myself and I embrace myself, and I'm like, look, I'm not doing it. I'm not totally like being someone that I'm not just for a job, just to go work for someone else. Like, I don't feel comfortable with that any longer. And, I don't fault the people of the generation before me, because that's what they were taught. You have to go to school, you have to go to college. You have to go to college in order to have a good job. You have to go to college in order to make money. And as we know now, and as time progresses, it will even come out more. You don't have to do that. That is not the only way for you to make a living. That is not the only way to be successful. What you have to understand is the best way to be successful is to do what you love. So every morning when you wake up and you're doing this job, it doesn't even feel like a job. You would probably do it and not even get paid for it. You just love it just that much. You enjoy what it brings to you. You enjoy what it does for others. So that's a whole nother video, and I'm gonna get into that later. But this video is it's supposed to be about being professional and having tattoos. So as I become older and I start paying attention to people, it's a lot of people out there in high ranked positions that have tattoos. And as the world becomes more acceptable of alternative lifestyles, we're starting to see people come forward and not hide and conceal things like tattoos, sexuality, so forth, so forth, so forth. So while as a professional, there are some tattoos that I probably would not put on my body, some places on my body that I would not get a tattoo, because I am an influence to others, and I kind of want them to see me as natural as possible and kind of, let them make their own decisions about their own life. I've been in my profession for 10 years, maybe more. It might be 11, but I know for a fact it's at least 10. Okay, so I've been in my profession for at least 10 years, so yeah, I am kind of old. And I have 17 tattoos. Now, when I started in my profession, I only had one. Right, yeah, I only had one. And then 10 years in, I have 17 and plan to get more. My ultimate goal is to get the whole right side of my body completed and all of my back. So I want all of my back. I want my arm up to here. I don't want a full sleeve, but I just probably want like a quarter-length sleeve. And I want my whole right side completed all the way to my knee, maybe a little bit above my knee. I do have a tattoo on my right foot and my left foot and my right ankle, and I wasn't supposed to get that one on my ankle, but I did, and because I didn't want anything below the knee, but I did, and it's harmless. However, what I've grown to notice is that as younger people start to fill these positions of like policy makers, key decision makers and things like that, these alternative lifestyles are becoming more acceptable. So when I'm out in my job and I'm training or whatever I'm doing in association with my career, and I see people with tattoos and they have full sleeves, or they have like their whole leg done, and things like that, and I'm like, oh wow, I embrace. And as someone in my career who is a role model, an inspiration to so many, one message that I want to convey is to love you and be you. Because that will make a happy you, and that will put you on whatever job it is that you decide to do. It will put you there, and you're going to work hard, and you're going to get up every day and do it with the mindset that I'm just going to make this the best day ever. And be less likely to complain. You're going to find the joys. You're going to smile. And you're not going to really look at it as something that you have to do in order to pay your bills. You're going to look at it as something that you love to do, you enjoy doing, and you couldn't imagine doing anything else. Now, me, in my career, I can imagine doing several other things, because that's not what I really wanted to do. But I was guided by, you know, old ideas from the past that in order to be successful, you have to go this way. And as we see now, that is not true. So I commend any young person that is, you know, steps out on faith and decides that they're going to follow their dream, and they're going to embrace them, and they're going to love them, and they're going to express who they are as a person in the, you know, the most beautiful way possible. Now, I'm not saying go out and do stuff that will land you in trouble, but I always feel like long as it doesn't get you in trouble, then it is okay. And sometimes even if it does get you in trouble, it might be necessary, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to just speak about things that's not going to get you in trouble. So yeah, so I have 17 tattoos. I do work in one of the oldest professions, and a lot of people still feel like that is not appropriate. And most of the time I get that from older people. So I don't pay it any mind, because when they're gone and they've lived their life and they've made their mistakes, I still have my life to live, and I still have to be happy with who I am, and I still have to have the opportunities and experiences that they've already had. And while it might not have been appropriate in their time, doesn't necessarily mean that it's not appropriate in my time. So I don't pay that any attention at all. So I have 17 tattoos, I'm keep saying, and I plan on getting more. My goal is to probably not get any more than 25, so I need to start getting larger tattoos in order to fill up all of this space. But most of my tattoos I can cover up with just a regular shirt. Majority of them I can cover up. People don't even know I have them. They're really shocked when they hear, oh, you got that many? And they're like, where are they? Where are these tattoos located? So I did make a conscious effort when I got my tattoos as to where I was going to place them, because I wanted to be able to cover them up if I wanted to cover them up. And then the ones that's not covered, like literally when people see me, they just think that I just wrote on myself. They, you know, they think nothing of it. They really half the time don't even see it, and when they do, they just kind of see it and then they forget about it, because it's not nothing that's, you know, any foul language or, you know, crazy looking picture. It's just very calm, very subtle. As you beauties know, I do have my nephew's birthday tattooed on me, so people just think that I'm writing myself a reminder on my finger so I won't forget something. Like, it's crazy. And then I do have this tattoo on my wrist, and they just think that I was just probably sitting at my desk bored and decided to draw on myself for some odd reason. I don't know. Really, people just pay it no attention. And then of course the one on my legs that I can conceal with pants, and the one on my foot I can conceal, you know, with shoes and things like that. So no one really pays it any attention. It hasn't stopped me from getting any type of job that I, you know, really wanted. Not to say that I really tried to get other positions, because I've been, you know, in my career for at least 10 years. However, I have paid attention to those that are in higher positions in my line of work, and they have tattoos and they got piercings, and it's becoming more and more and more noticeable in my field. So I just want to make this video to just encourage people to find some kind of way to balance who you are with what you want to do, and how being you will work in what you may spend the next 20 to 30 years doing on a daily basis. And you want to make sure that it's something that you're happy with. You want to make sure it's something that brings out the best you possible. When I'm at work, my mind is like I love my job, don't get me wrong, I love what I do, but my mind is thinking of thousands of other things that I would rather be doing and be getting paid for that. If, you know, since I gotta get paid to pay my bills or whatever, or maybe not even getting paid, just doing it just to do it, to practice, to be better and you know, grow my skill level and things like that. So I feel like my mind is just always constantly in a frenzy because I ended up going in a path at a young age in which I really did not want to go, but I was being told that you have to go to college. That is the only way to be successful. And trust me, it's not. Go to college if you want to. It can always give you like maybe an edge above someone who did not go to college, just because mainly it shows discipline, it shows that you're persistent, it shows that you can commit to something long term and get it done. But you can be the best tattoo artist ever and not have to go to college, and you can be on television shows, you know, doing tattoos, and you can be training others skills and techniques on tattooing and things like that. So let me get off my soapbox. You beauties, just let me know what you think. You can inbox me, you can leave comments in this video. What do you think about being tattooed and being a professional in whatever line of work you feel necessary? Hey, I'm sure it's 1,000 millions of jobs that people do that I never even thought even existed. So I'm not here to judge. I just want to share my thoughts on being in a professional, like having a career, something that I've been doing long term, and you know what, probably will do another 5 to 10 years, and stepping outside of the box of the norm and still being highly effective at what I do. Until next time, beauties. I'm here vlogging at the tattoo shop. I'm getting ready to get a tattoo. It's my mom. I've been trying to get it for the longest. I just finally figured out what I'm going to do. So come along with me as I get about my 15th, 16th tattoo.
Sometimes I find myself alone regretting.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, so that's the tattoo guy, Red, getting the boo ready for his tat. The boo wishes to remain off camera. Alright, so I survived my tattoo. I feel like I just had major surgery, but it was quick. I just felt like he was on my neck, and that was like a horrible, horrible feeling. They think I'm crazy. But I get it.